it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plants, and today I'm super excited. I'm going to be filming a traveler's notebook setup, so like an actual setup video instead of just a flip through. Hopefully this works. This is my first setup video, so I will be setting up a new traveler's notebook. I'm not even sure the video where I hauled this has come out yet. But so this is a pink peppercorn from Foxy Fix. It is a pocket. I used a pocket and a B6, and I will leave timestamps of everything in the description below. So I got this pink peppercorn when they first released that color. It has white stitching and light pink elastics, and I have a blind embossed fox and pip bow, and then I did get a card pocket on each side. So this is a spice, so it has like the same pockets that the Lush has, and then as well it has that big floppy pocket in the back. And I use the pocket for my on-the-go system slash as an actual wallet, so I was really excited to get either a Lush or a spice, because I wanted this extra big pocket. I figured that would be great to like put money in and stuff. So I am going to do a quick size comparison. So this, like I said, is a pocket, and then here it is next to my B6. So like the dimensions of this are, the inserts are 3 by 5, so this is like a little bit bigger than an index card, and then the B6 I think fits a 5 by 7 insert. So that is, you know, sort of what they look like compared. I don't think I could do like a whole like real planner in a pocket. I just keep like a monthly, I'm actually changing out the inserts this time around, but I keep like a monthly calendar so I can jot things down in a notes insert, and then that's it, and just my wallet also. So there's like kind of the size comparison. This was my B6. The setup for this, or rather a flip through, is linked down in the description below. Then as well, here it is, sort of the three of them compared. This is an Erin Cadron, which is like 7 by 9, and next to the B6, which is like obviously a little bit smaller than that, and then the pocket, which is like, it's tiny, but it's not like, you know, I have I have like a micro, which this is a number 0. This is a number 2 on the Foxy Fix sale. So I have like a lot of different ones. I haven't used this for anything. I just like have it, stick little pictures in it or whatever. But so like this is like super tiny. So I feel like a pocket is like, it's small enough to carry around as a wallet, but it's big enough that like you can still comfortably write things in it, etc. Okay, so I am gonna film this in sort of parts, and at the end I will do a final flip through of everything. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. I am gonna be using 2 clear dash sleeves in this. I used to use 3, but I'm trying to slim it down just a little bit since I do carry it with me. So I'm gonna be doing 2, and then one goes around my wallet, and one will go around another insert, and then the third insert, I already like made this in advance because I wasn't sure it was gonna work, but I just actually printed a piece of vellum. This is from the Happie Scrappie April printables, and then I went ahead and laminated the vellum because I didn't have any acetate that I liked, but this actually worked pretty nicely. It's like it's got a different look obviously than just straight vellum, so I am gonna put this around one insert as well. Okay, so I have everything like kind of pre-cut, and just have to do like sort of the finishing touches and the assembly, and then I sort of clipped everything together. So this paper is from the April Happie Scrappie kit, and the die cut is from the one of the May printables, or Freegies I think she calls them, and I sort of like played around with this a bit. And then this is the insert. It's I haven't started using this yet. I'm switching this over from a different monthly insert. I decided that I wanted like the more listy month, and this is an undated one, so I can actually just go ahead and start this in June. And this is from the 1407 planners, and then in like a fit of insanity, I went ahead and rounded all of the corners. I don't know why I did that, but I did. So this, I went ahead and laminated this die cut as well. I don't have a laminator. I just used the self-adhesive ones. And then this is, I love this paper. The back is like this print, but I just like the hearts, and it's like foiled rose gold, and it's so beautiful. So when I don't want something to be like permanently on there, I just stick it on with like a little bit of washi tape, and that helps just like hold it where it is. And then especially if you're sticking it inside the dashboard, it's like pretty easy. So I was just gonna sort of stick that on the bottom there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and round the corners because I want the corners rounded on everything. That's gonna be my front view of the dashboard, and then on the back side of that, I have, so I'm gonna put that to the side for a second. So then that way I can slide it on all at the same time. Oh wait, no, that's, okay. So on the back side of that, I have a few different things. So I have another one of those things, and I was just gonna put this one in the center, and then I also have this matches the paper that came with the kit, but this one I actually just printed myself from the freebies, and I'm gonna glue that to this, and this paper is just from one of those like boxes, one of those deal papers that they sell at Michael's, or you get like the whole pack of papers for $5. So I'm gonna glue that down, and then it doesn't need to be like super sticky because it does just go sort of like in the dashboard, so the dashboard will hold it together. And I am gonna round the corners on this as well. And I tend to use like a washi that I don't really like this came in like a jumbo pack, and it says like to do and done on it, and I'm just really not that into words washi, so I am gonna just do like that for the one side of the dashboard. It's like a coffee heavy dashboard, and then I have this, and then so I have this Good Vibes Only. This is like the Hello Petite paper, new business card, which I have, and then I have like another little scrap of that that hearts paper, and I'm gonna round the corners on this one. I think I'll leave them kind of square on this. That's just like a little bit of contrast. And then this is a printable die cut from Happie Scrappie as well. So this setup is like mostly going to be using Happie Scrappie stuff. So I just have to like figure out how I want this positioned. I think I'm going to round the corners on this too. I just really like the way rounded corners look. Can't remember exactly how I had that. Yeah, I think I kind of like it like that. Okay, so then this is one side of the dashboard, and on this I'm going to put like an adhesive pocket. So this is going to be my front view. So I'm going to slide that in here. So the die cut came off, but I can just kind of position that like that, and then make sure it's okay, and then the tape just like helps stick it down just a little. Oh, that needs to be more centered. All right, cool. So like that, I think that's really cute. Just like very simple sort of front view. I was trying to go for like a little bit more simplistic of a setup this time than last time, and then I think I'm gonna put this one in like this. I don't know, I like definitely am one to go hard with the die cuts, but I was just trying to make this one like a little bit more just, I don't know, simplistic and, you know, basic, I guess. But I have a hard time filtering. It's like that Coco Chanel quote, like, take off the last thing you put on before you leave, but I have a really hard time doing that. Anyway, that's cute, and then it's like kind of coffee on the outside, and then sort of like that on the inside, and then on the inside of this one, I am gonna put a pocket. So I have these adhesive pockets. These are from Amazon, and they don't fit like this way on the pocket size. They do on like the B6. I don't know how big the Target Dollar Spot ones are because I've actually never seen one, but you can, what I kind of do is you can just like sort of stick them on sideways. So I'm gonna put this in the center. So I'm gonna get probably some stickers for this. I'll grab those like kind of later, but I do know that I want to keep this die cut in there, and this is from Happie Scrappie as well, from the April printables, and I'll put like a sheet And I laminated this, and I'll put like a sheet of stickers on that. So like I try and like make things in here like kind of sturdy, because this comes with me everywhere and gets thrown in my diaper bag. So my wallet is gonna go inside this one. So I will grab my wallet like at the end, because otherwise I'm be flashing my credit cards everywhere. But so I'm just gonna stick that in just like that. And these dashboards are from 1407 Planners. That's all I have a ton of these clear dashboards, because like I never like want to get rid of my setups. I always have like a million of these setups. So anyway, that's really cute. Okay, and so then next up, I'm going to do an insert that's just got this vellum on it, just in an effort to bulk things down, and that is going to be this 1407 Planners insert. So if you've watched any of my flip throughs before, you'll know that like this label on the 1407 inserts drives me nuts. I love their inserts in general. And their paper quality is like really thick, and you can use like a lot of different pens on them, but like I cannot stand this like label. So I always just take like a piece of scrap paper, and I already cut this down. This is actually one that I printed, and it's just like a little scrap from something that I will be using later, and then that just covers that. And then as well, I'm gonna clip the vellum on, so it'll be like extra sturdy. Anyway, I also something I like to do with the extras from the vellum is just kind of make these like page markers. It's especially good for my pocket, because like I said, I carry this everywhere with me, so I don't really tend to put a lot of clips in it. Sometimes I do for pictures, but then I usually like take them out because I'm always so afraid of damaging things. So anyway, so I just have like that, and it just can go just easy right like that, and kind of, you know, that's like an easy way to have a page marker in there, so I can put that on the current month. Although this is mostly used for future planning, so I tend to flip a lot through the months. So then that'll go in the vellum like that, and I will slide this in on this. And then so I only end up using 3 of these bands, although it gets pretty thick because my wallet is kind of thick in there. So I always skip the band with the knot when I'm doing this. So anyway, I'm gonna grab some paper clips to clip these on, and I am gonna use rose gold. So just like clip the first few pages open, and I'm gonna use these sort of like little clips, and I'm gonna clip it at the bottom. Sometimes I use like the jumbo wide K&Co XOXO ones. I really like those as well. But these little ones are nice and for the pockets, and I have like a million of them. So this one I'm gonna put in the middle. It doesn't really matter. It just does the job, holds it on, and then you can't really see, and it's just got like a little bit of the pattern behind it, so you can't really see the back. So then for the next dashboard, I have like my stuff all clipped together, and I'm actually going to be using this blank insert that came in the April Simply Gilded box. I already have one of those bookmarks that I cut as well. Again, I'm switching this out for the notes insert I had. I'm not going to round the corners on this because I don't trust myself, and Simply Gilded stuff is so gorgeous. Even though I went crazy and did it on the 1407 Planners, which I regretted as soon as I started because I realized it was going to take forever, but it was too late. So anyway, I just have another page marker on that. This I can just use to like jot stuff down really quick, or notes, and it is beautiful and rose gold foiled. So I don't want to put vellum over this just because it is so pretty, but I am going to put a clear dashboard around it to help protect it, etc. So I have this like kind of all set up how I want it. Okay, so this isn't like linked together. So this is my first setup, and I like cut this, but I didn't put it on yet. So I am gonna glue this on, and then yeah, I'm gonna glue this piece of paper on just like so that it doesn't move. And this is just like an AdTech crafter's tape. It works really well. It's not like my fave or anything, but it's like one of those things, like everybody has the Tombow Mono Correction whiteout pen, and so do I, and it's like, it's not great, but it's the best whiteout pen I've ever used. So like somebody should make a better like whiteout tape thing, and all that stuff. Anyway, I wish there was like one wish that it was permanent but not permanent, like you could take it off, but I guess that's what Undo's for. Anyway, so this is a vinyl die cut from Scribble Prints Co. I absolutely love these. They are like some of my favorite die cuts. I think the colors look so nice, but it also has like a really nice feel to them. But I am not I'm not willing to chance undo or anything on that. So I always just stick these on with like a bit of tape. So then that is one side of my dashboard. I feel like it looked a little bit neater before. Okay, anyway, so I think that's how I had it. Sorry, I just like had to figure this out a little, and this is like sticking out a little over the edge. I'm trying to decide if I might want to just trim that down really quick. Okay, so I just trimmed that down so that it was sitting flush. And then on the back of that, I have this foiled bow paper from the Happie Scrappie April kit. The back is like really cute with the mild liners, but I just like couldn't make that kind of work. And this I'm not gonna glue down. I'm just gonna slide it in just like that to the front. Ooh, and I want to round the corners though first. There, that's like super cute. Okay, then on the inside of this one, I am gonna do another adhesive pocket, and I think I'm gonna do this one like right at the bottom. Do I want to like trim this and just put it on? No, I don't. I'm gonna do it just like that. And I usually just like slip stickers or stuff in here. I think this little ones you can actually even fit like a credit card in, but that's not really how I use them. I feel like it's actually just too small. Anyway, so that's that. And then on the back of this dashboard, I have a Simply Gilded journaling card. This was from the April box as well, the New Heights, New Horizons. I'm not really like a bird person, so I wasn't like too bummed to cut this one down, because I did have to you do have to like trim them to make it work in a pocket size. I'm gonna round these corners, but this paper is super thick. Whoa. Right, and then this was a printable dashboard from Two Little Bees. It was the Live from this like matched the Live Simply kit, and I bought like it comes in like B6 or A6, so I bought the A6 and then I just kind of trimmed it down a little. So I lost some of the floral, but like the main part of it still stays the same. So I'm just gonna slide this in, and this is actually just printed on like not like regular printer paper, but like 32-pound printer paper, which is the same printer that I use to print my inserts when I print them myself. So it's not like cardstock or anything really thick. It's just like thin paper, but since it's going in the dash sleeve, it doesn't really matter. Like if I were gonna use it somewhere else, like not with a dashboard, I would actually print that on cardstock or whatever. And actually, I could print that on vellum too, and that would be pretty cute. I did not do that for this time, but I could. I don't have anything to stick in this pocket right now. I will add some more stuff to the pockets at the end. So this is gonna go around this insert like so, and I'm gonna slide that in. And then, her inserts are like stitched, which is really nice. The 1407 planners ones are stapled. It doesn't really bother me either way. And when I print my own inserts, I leave them unbound, just mostly because of laziness, but I do like being able to like rearrange the pages, and especially if I make some inserts or I do like some dot grid stuff, so that definitely, anyway, but yeah, so I have like this. I flip through a lot while I'm doing a setup usually. And I feel like this is pulling a little. I need to like stretch these elastics just a bit. Anyway, cool. All right, so then I am gonna do, so that's like my inserts except for the pockets, and then I'm gonna do the back pocket. Okay, so I cut myself a little bit more of that, that Michaels paper from one of those deal sheets. And I'm just gonna kind of like slide that in. And then I really wanted to use papers that I didn't like super care about here, because it's in the pocket. In my B6 I don't really have this problem, but in my pocket these papers end up getting like fairly damaged. Like I'm not able to use them again in a subsequent setup, like the way I will be able to use stuff that's protected in the dashboard. So I try to use stuff that like I'm not going to be bummed about if it gets like beat up. And the reason for that is, like I said, I carry this around everywhere with me. Not just, like literally it's my wallet and comes wherever I go. Anyway, I have this bookmark that also matches the Live Simply kit that I got from Two Little Bees, and I did just trim it down just a little bit because it was it was just like a little bit too big, and I'm just gonna stick that in that pocket right here. And then I have this die cut, which is from a Planner Society kit, and then as well I have this Happie Scrappie printable one, and I'm gonna stick this in somewhere as well. And this one is laminated. This one is like on cardstock, so I didn't laminate it. Anyway, I think that's cute. I can also like stick some, you know, stuff as I need it in there, etc. Anyway, so that's just like trying to do like a more simplistic type setup for this one. Anyway, because this leather is so gorgeous, so I don't feel like, I mean, not all the Foxy Fix leather is beautiful, so I don't really feel like it needs it. Okay, so then for my front pocket, I have this paper, and this, it looks like it matches the April kit, but I actually did print this myself. So I am gonna slip this in to this pocket, and then I just made this. I took like a scrap of the of this. This was just me messing around. I took like a scrap. I cut this paper that is my favorite paper. Of course, I cut one of them wrong, so I like wasted so much paper. Of course, so now I have to find ways to use all the scraps. So I just made like this little card. It's like the size of a washi card, but it's not washi, and it's like just a really pretty pattern. And then this bow is from Simply Gilded. These are like the bow stickers, and this is like a rose gold one, and I actually just went ahead and laminated this instead of like using it as a sticker to sort of turn it into a die cut, and then I thought that looked really cute in the pocket right there. And then as well I have this other Happie Scrappie printable die cut, which I'm gonna poke in. I love bows, as you can probably tell. So that's sort of like the basics, and now I'm gonna like make some stuff for this as well. Okay, so the first thing I want to make is some laminated pockets. These are like my favorite things, and so I just have this vellum that I printed myself, and it is from the Happie Scrappie April printables, and I cut like one bigger. This one's like exactly the size of a pocket, and this one's gonna be a side open, and then this one is smaller and it's gonna be a top open, and this is just like vellum, and I'm gonna round the corners because if you have to round the corners before you laminate it. Yeah, so then we have like this. Okay, so then these are the laminating sheets I use. They're just like the really cheap Avery label ones, and I find that it works fine. I'm sure stuff like is nicer if you use like an actual laminator, but I don't have one, and I just use this. So the only thing with this is you have to be careful when you're pulling up the paper, because what I've found is that you end up it ends up like getting a weird crease in it if you're not careful. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stick that here, and I'm gonna stick this one here and leave myself plenty of room to cut, and then I'm gonna finish pulling this, and I'm gonna, is this gonna be big enough to fold back over? Hopefully I'll get this right. Okay. So then I just folded that over, so now it's like encased in this laminating pocket. And I just grabbed my paper trimmer, and now I'm going to trim this down. So what you want to do is on the side where it's going to be open, you want to like cut onto the vellum, but when on the sides where it's going to be closed, you want to like leave a little bit of space with the laminator. And then sometimes too, I find that you need to like reinforce the lamination if you like really want the pocket to be sturdy. So sometimes I'll just like take some scraps when I'm laminating, and I will do it like that. Okay. Apologies if you can see my hair. It's just hard to see the little wire especially with like the glare from the light. Cool. So then this one, which is going to be that side opening one. So then what I do with this, because I did round the corners and I don't want to like lose too much of that, is like I'd basically just try and get it like as close to the edge as possible, but the pocket does need to open. Otherwise, what's the point? So that is like that, and then as you can see, it opens and the other sides are sealed, but if any of them start to peel, then I usually just stick like a little piece of something over there. And then I actually am just gonna round the corners, the laminated corners as well. I think it gives it just like a really nice polished look. And I am so obsessed with these folders. So then this one I need to finish trimming as well. And then this is the opening side. So again, trimming that right on the edge. And actually this one looks like I didn't fold it super evenly. So we're gonna lose a little bit on one side. Cool. Ooh, a little sticky. This is like another thing where I'm like, it's good, but is it good enough? I wonder if there's a better corner rounder out there. If you have a good corner rounder, let me know. I will link all of my supplies in the description below. So see, you can kind of just like do like that and break it open if you really, really need to. So I probably will get like, okay, so I have this laminating sheet that's like a little bit messed up. So I'm just gonna like cut a little piece of this. And I'm going to use that to like reinforce this pocket. And the great thing is like it's clear, so it doesn't really like need to look good or anything. So then what I do is I like to do it at the bottom. I'm going to pull this side up. So you just kind of like line it up at the bottom and then fold it over again. And like it's clear, so you can't really see it. Ooh, that I put down really badly, but in general, you can't really see it unless you do it really awful, like I just did. And, you know, I'm just gonna have to rub that out a little. And then that just like kind of reinforces it a little, and then it can't really open anymore, so I need to do one on the other side too. Such a terrible job with that. Pressure of doing this on camera. Oh, and the okay, cool. So now that's like a bit more secure. Anyway, so and you can't really see it. That one I did like super horribly, which is the pressure of doing this on camera. But so that is so I have these two laminated pockets that I can stick in. I think this one might be like a little bit too big, but I could also just kind of slide it in the back pocket here, and then if I have something that like, I don't know, needs to be protected, or I can use that to keep my cash in to make it easier to pull out, or I can also just like kind of chill it in here, you know, and just like let it just kind of sit in there. It doesn't like need to be in a pocket necessarily. Or maybe I will just like trim it down slightly. If I trim it down, I'm gonna like lose some of the rounding effect, but it might work. I'm gonna trim it down. I made this and I printed the vellum myself, so that's like one of the great things about printing your own vellum is like, I know if it gets messed up, I don't really feel that bad. I can just, you know, reprint it or remake it. That's like definitely one of my favorite things about doing this myself. So looks okay, the rounding. It doesn't look as good as when you round it before you laminate it, but not worth like throwing out or anything. So now it fits in there. And these are great for like, in my B6 I use these for like holding stickers and stuff, but in here, you know, you can like throw stamps in there if you need to carry stamps with you, or whatever you want. If you need stickers too, it just gives it like a little bit of protection. And anyway, I really like that, having those pockets. They're very, very useful. Okay, so next I am going to make one of those DIY pen loops. So I have a rose gold binder clip here, and actually I don't know if you can see, but it's like semi scuffed up on this because I actually had a different like different elastic on there, and I took it off with undo. So that was, I experimented, so I'm really happy because I don't have that many rose gold ones. I have like a million gold and silver ones, but I don't have that many rose gold ones. So now I know that I can reuse them, which is fantastic. And then I have this, they call it like fold over elastic. It's like really soft. You can make like hair stuff for this out of this, like headbands and stuff, and I make stuff for my daughter out of that. And anyway, but it also is what you need to make the fold over pen loop, and I just picked up a jumbo pack of these in all different colors on Amazon. And then I have my hot glue gun. This is an AdTech high temp hot glue gun. I have a pen gem here. I don't think this is the one that I will be putting in the planner, but just for measuring, and a pair of scissors, and like I said, the binder clips. So the first thing I like to do is just wait until the hot glue gun is hot, and then you just take like a little squirt of the glue. It's like not quite hot enough yet, and then just kind of fold over this to give you like a nice clean edge, and then that just gives it like a nice clean edge anyway, so you don't have to do that, that's optional, but I like doing that. And then next up I'm gonna glue it onto this side like that. So I like to put the glue right on the thing, and you don't need too much. These actually hold really well with the hot glue. I know some people use like one of those like permanent glues, but this, and then like I said, I managed to get it off with undo and clean it off, and I've never lost a pen. And like I said, this gets carried everywhere. So yeah, so then you just kind of like squeeze that on like so. These are super easy to make. You know, don't pull it so hard while the glue is drying. But anyway, and then you just kind of like measure. So you want this to fit like pretty snug, like kind of like that, but you do need like a little bit of extra space to fold over. So I just kind of like eyeball it, and then you know, because I like to fold it over on both sides, so I'm just gonna slide that pen out and then put like a little. And then these are actually fabric scissors, although I've had them forever and I should probably get another pair. Anyway, so like I said, on the cut side, it's going to get like, you know, kind of frayed, which is why you do the little dab of the fold over. These are so easy to make. And then you can just kind of have whatever you want. The elastics were super cheap. I mean, it was like $8 for like, I don't know, like a 50 pack or something like that. So I have like a yard of all these different color. I don't know. It was, I'll link it below on Amazon, but it was like not expensive whatsoever. Anyway, and then just like, you know, making sure that's good, which it is, before I hot glue it. And then just a little bit more glue on that side and sliding that bad boy all the way up there and just kind of pressing it on. And then you let it dry. And then these are so cute. I have my my B6 cotton candy sugar I bought on the Buy Sell Trade group, and that one has a pen loop. And you know, I had never had one with a pen loop before, and I don't like the pen loop is what I discovered. So I don't buy them when I buy them for myself with the pen loops. It's just a personal preference thing. I think it makes it like lay funny, and plus the pen loops are kind of large. Like I feel like my pen gems kind of slide out of it, and I never have that problem with this. But so anyway, and then you can just clip this on like this, and then actually I don't even need this paper clip there if I'm going to keep that there, and then it lays like flat, and you can take it off and move it, and which I need to slide this up obviously, because that was silly. So anyway, so then you can just kind of slide this on. And it's like, it's really secure. For extra security, you can even like slide that over like that. Like I said, this is not the pen that I'm going to be using, but then it just goes in right like that, and it's like takes 2 seconds to make. So I'm going to pop this out to let it dry a little bit more, and then I'll put it back in at the end. Okay, so next up, I'm going to make a couple of like DIY paper clips. I don't have a ton of rose gold paper clips, and the ones that I have are like super nice from K&Co XOXO, and I don't like want to risk hurting them, and also I'm using them in another setup right now, so I am gonna just like make a couple of these, and then I don't really care if they get damaged, and I don't really like even kind of need them with the page markers and stuff, but just for like a little added pop. So I have these bows that are from just like this random bow grab bag that I got on Amazon, and honestly the quality was like really not that great. There was like a bunch of stuff in there that I'm never gonna use, but there's like some okay / semi-cute stuff. So I'm just gonna make a couple of these, and I have these like long pink paper clips, and I also have these teardrop ones. I've never done this with a teardrop one, and I'm not sure it's gonna stick out enough, but so anyway, I'll try that first though with this white one. So basically, like you can see these are like kind of like ick, but anyways, basically what you do is like all you have to do is just kind of slide the end in, and then voila. And then if you want, you can reinforce that with like hot glue, or you can not do it, because then you can change like the hardware on the clip. So then if I wanted to use this on a gold setup, I could. So I'm just gonna stick this in really quick and see if you can, if I put it on and it's like on secure, semi-securely, like is it stick out enough? Or like, am I happy with that? Yeah, I think that's good, because then I can like pull it out a bit for pictures, but then actually like if I push it in, it'll be like kind of protected when I'm on the go. So that's like kind of cute actually. All right, cool. So I'm gonna leave the white one on this this thing, and I wish this wasn't like, it like looks dirty on the bottom a little bit, which is kind of ick, but anyway, you get what you pay for. This is like a super cheap grab bag. Honestly, I have better luck where I found like really nice ones before, like the yellow flower that was on the cover of my B6 is in like the sewing section of Walmart. I've had like really good success with that. So like if I wanted this to be really secure, I would just like stick a little bit of glue there, but I'm not gonna do that. But like anyway, that would be like if you just like popped a drop of glue and then slid it in, and then that would be like super tight. So I'll think about doing that, but for right now, I just unplugged my hot glue gun, so I'm not going to. And then I think I'm gonna put this on like this pink one. So I like to, like, it's nice to have some pink ones or like some color paper clips, because then you don't have to worry about like what metal you're using in a TN setup, because it's just like that, and it just kind of sits like that. And then I think this pink one I am gonna do, I don't really like that together. I don't really like that either. I think I'm gonna do this one on a purple one. Anyway, just like to mix it up a little. So sometimes I do tie the bows myself too. I'm not like as good. I'm not like an amazing bow maker. Oh, that needs to be the other way around. I'm not like an amazing bow maker though. I made like one really cute pink one myself, but I'm sure like I could figure out how to make better ones from ribbon than the one that I made before. I have faith in my crafting ability to be able to do that. It's not like super hard. These, like, the glue on these is just like disgusting. There's really no other word for that. I'm just gonna, yeah, this one's like falling apart. I'm gonna trim this, and I'm gonna like re-glue it so that this dirty piece isn't on. So I'll be right back. Okay, so that one I ended up having to like kind of glue onto the paper clip when I cut that off. But anyway, it's like a little bit better, but it's not fantastic, and it was like kind of difficult to do. So I'm not gonna do that for the other ones. But so then I just have these like 3 teeny clips that are actually like semi-cute. Not the greatest clips ever, but not my fault. I need better bows. So I think I will not buy that grab bag again, and I will just like get stuff at Walmart next time. So I think I'm gonna put the blue one in here. Like I said, I haven't used this at all yet, and honestly, oop, that's upside down. I don't know like how many page markers I really need in here, but it's nice to have like a little pop of something. So I'm gonna put that one in there, and then this one I'll put in the back somewhere. I don't really, like I said, not. And then I can sort of slide these around as needed, and then I'll just pop that one on there. That one I actually think is pretty cute. And then it's just like a little pop of bows, of tiny, tiny bows. Anyway, that's actually pretty cute. And then you can't even really tell that they're like super cheapy bows. But anyway, well, it's nice to like pick up stuff that's really cheap sometimes and easy. Okay, so finally I am gonna be making a washi card. Or like, as I like to think of it, a sort of a fake washi card. Like, I'm just gonna make it like a decorative one, not like a whole you know, like not like a whole like in use one. So I'm just gonna cut, this is some acetate that came in a pack from Amazon, which I will link below. But honestly, it's like way more flimsy than I want it to be. So I'm not like, I need to figure out how, like, what the right width is of acetate. And then I am just gonna trim this to be like in a, maybe like a 2-inch strip. Let's see what that looks like. I know this is like super hard to see because I'm basically cutting something that's clear. So yeah, anyway, that looks good. So I am gonna trim this again on the lengthwise. I'm gonna like leave it a little bit longer than I think I need, and then I'll trim it at the bottom. I don't like, actually, you know what, I'm just gonna wait to trim that. So this is like super flimsy here. I'll show you. Oh, yeah, you can't see it, it's clear, but you'll see as I'm doing it. This is like super flimsy, so I actually think to bulk it up, I'm gonna like adhere it to some more laminating paper, and while I'm at it, I think I'm gonna make like a topper for it out of one of these Simply Gilded bows, so that'll look like really cute. So it's gonna, like, the bow will stick up like a die cut like I did on that little strip of, like, on this, but it will be a washi card. And then I may make 2 washi cards, a plain one and one with a bow on the top. So I'm just, this is my collection of rose gold Simply Gilded washi. I don't have like a ton of rose gold washi. Actually, like any at all, like hardly any at all. But so I'm definitely going to use the stuff that came with the April kit, except for the Words washi. I don't have the Words washi open, and honestly, I'm probably, like, I may want to destash that later, so I'm not going to do that. But I think I'll mix this with like some of the fairy tale florals, and maybe some butterflies. I'm not sure. And I have this one too. Anyway, we will see. And then I need to decide what bow to do. Maybe like this purple one or this pink one. Okay, so I'm gonna leave a little bit of room at the top. I'm gonna round the corners of this as well. Gonna start putting down strips. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start right with this paper crane washi. And I'm gonna leave, like I said, a bit of space at the top, and then, like, if you were doing a real washi card, you would just like wrap this all the way around, but I just am gonna like just basically do the edges, because I don't want to, like, I don't really need this to come with me. I'll probably make some real ones when I go away for our summer vacation, but in the meantime, I don't really like want to waste this washi because it is Simply Gilded washi, so I'm not gonna like wrap it all the way around. I'm just gonna kind of like fold it over just ever so slightly like that. So this one is cut on like a bias because I was using it in my like bullet journal-esque section of my traveler's notebook. So, but I can even just like keep it on the bias like that. Let me fix that though. Just cutting at the edge of the bow, and then you can just kind of fold it over like so. So like I said, this is strictly decorative, not really a functional washi sheet. But they look so nice. I mean, it's just like, they look, I mean, Simply Gilded washi is obviously beautiful. It's a little bit crooked, so I'm gonna relay that. Everyone besides me in my house is currently sleeping. My kids are both napping, and my husband is asleep, and I am just crafting because I apparently don't need sleep at all. I just need to craft. Anyway, so I just did that one, and then I actually think I'm gonna run the skinny bows of this. I forget what this, I think this is the enchanted one, and the light pink is the fairy tale florals. This is from like was like the first restock, I think, on her new website, like not on Etsy, on the Shopify website. So but I always forget what they're called. I don't know. I'm like pretty new to Simply Gilded, but like super addicted to it. It's so beautiful. But I'm not like, if I miss out, I don't get like heartbroken or anything. Like same with for everything. I'm not like a, you know, there's no point in crying over a missed new releases, and I think it's kind of, I like actually get kind of excited. I get really excited for the new releases, and I think it's, I mean, I know people like find it too high pressure, but I think it's really kind of fun. It just like, I don't know, otherwise I wouldn't, you know, it's crafting supplies. Like, I don't know if I, like, you wouldn't expect it to be like so dramatic, and it is. And, you know, I know people get upset when they don't get the things they want, but I have a really fun time with like the kind of intensity of new releases. Anyway, so that is, that's really pretty. I think I may just cap it with this one at the bottom. This like ultra skinny. I love like the skinny washi. This one's really pretty. The colors all like look really nice together. I have like a ton of silver and like a good amount of gold, but I need more rose gold stuff to come out. And I don't think I have any like solid color rose gold stuff. Okay, so that is how that's gonna go. Let me just see, like size wise. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm gonna leave like a little bit of space at the bottom, and I'm gonna trim this off at the bottom. And then I'm trying to decide if this is too flimsy and I want to like laminate the back of this. But I think it's kind of okay. But anyway, I am going to use that laminating thing, and I think I am going to use this purple bow. That berry one would look pretty nice. Is that like too intense? All right, I'm gonna go with this one. Let me know what you would have used in the comments below. So I really like this because you can like reuse these because they're basically just turning them into like a little die cut. Okay. All right, so I just peeled a corner back on this thing, and then I am gonna, I think I might like laminate them together. I'm trying to figure this out. So then if I stick this on like how I want it. Okay, sorry, I had to pull that out of frame to get it on lined up straight. So anyway, FYI, stickers permanent. And so then I'm just gonna kind of stick this on like this, and then I think for like a little added protection, I am gonna pull the lamination sheet over the bow. So I am just gonna cut this out. Okay, so then I just laminated the back so that it's just like a little bit extra strong, like not quite so flimsy, but it's still like kind of floppy. I will buy more sturdy acetate. Anyway, that is super cute. I think I'm gonna put this, I think that's like, I feel like that's too many bows in the front. I think I'm gonna put this in the back. Okay, so then I decided I wanted another washi card for the front, and I was just being like really incoherent during this part, so just gonna switch over to the voiceover. I laid the acetate down on the laminating paper first this time, and then I'm gonna trim that and round the corners so that I can make myself a little washi card for the front as well. And this one won't have a bow on top, so it doesn't compete with the other bows in the front. So I'm gonna start with this floral one. And then I'm gonna skinny bows. I love the skinny bows. They like fit everywhere, and I actually really like the shape of the skinny bows. I like the regular bows too, but like I know a lot of people are like not about the skinny bows, but I absolutely love them. Okay, cute. So then I'm gonna tuck this. I just felt like the front needed washi cards all around. Cool. Okay, so that's everything that I'm gonna craft. I'm not gonna do any like dangling charms this time, like any making charms, because this spine is actually reinforced, so you can't like dangle anything of it. And I have a fur and you flower that I really want to use for the cover. Although if I do like chicken out on this, because I do carry this with me and I really don't want to damage it, I have like a backup gold charm that I will use on the cover. But I really am hoping that it seems like fairly sturdy. I'll probably carry it for a few days and then decide. But anyway, so I have my wallet insert right here. I bought this super cheap on Amazon. I just took everything out of it so that I don't accidentally show anybody my credit card numbers. So I am gonna slip this in here as well into its rightful spot. And you can see like, honestly, like how much thicker that looks once the wallet's in there, and that's like without even any of my stuff in there. I want to pick up like one from Foxy Fix, but I keep like debating on what leather to do. Anyway, you can't like really see it, so even though it's like kind of gold, and I wish I had like a slightly different one. Anyway, this one gets like super chunkalicious because of that. Anyway, I also have this Studio Signet and Signet Initials bookmark charm, and those are the first letters of my kids' names, and this is in this size, so I am going to use this as well. Again, I may chicken out on this, and also like how many pages do I really need to mark in this, but you never know. But it like looks so pretty, and isn't that really the point? Like functionality is great and all of that, but really we want it to look pretty. Okay, and then I did decide, I had like a very terrible mental debate on what pen to carry with this, because like the outside's going to be gold and the inside's going to be rose gold, but I decided that the pen is an outside thing, and this is a white pen gems. I forget exactly what this is called, but I just thought it looked so pretty with the flower charm. So anyway, this goes on, and this has like a Velcro back, which is really nice, and then it's super gentle on your leather. So actually, before I flip through, I just forgot there's like I forgot that I didn't finish the pockets. So this pocket I am gonna add a vinyl to. I decided I don't want to put stickers on here in here because I never like use them in my pocket, and these pockets are so tiny, and especially with the side opening, it's just like not gonna work. So I like to have this one. I can like slip like receipts into that or whatever. So basically I'm gonna put a vinyl L on this, and I made that myself. My first name is Lindsay. So basically all you have to do is just kind of works the same way any vinyl did. I printed this one myself and cut it on my silhouette. So you can just kind of like rub it to get it on the transfer paper, and then when you pull it up it's like that, and then you can just kind of adhere it on the pocket. So I think I'm gonna put this on like kind of the top corner of the pocket. I made these for like a swap at a planner meetup, and I have like a bajillion extras, so I just like pulled out the letters that are like my initials and my kids' initials and stuff, and the other stuff I saved for like next, like, you know, another meetup or whatever. But these ones, I've been like using them a lot in my setups. So it's cool. And the vinyl is like, it's not like actually permanent. Like you can get it off if you want to, which is nice in case you want to reuse a pocket, but it doesn't come off by itself. So anyway, so I'm just going to leave this in here and just leave this like this, and then as like I go along, if I want to put any receipts or anything in there, I am gonna be able to do that. So then the other pocket is over here on this one, and I need some sticky notes in here. So I have these Simply Gilded sticky notes that came with the April box, which I'm using a bunch of, but if I put the whole pack in, this is gonna be too thick. So I saw someone recently do where they just grab like kind of a handful of them off and to put in. So I think I'm gonna try that. So I just grabbed like a small handful of the sticky notes. I'm gonna pull them off, and then I'm gonna just kind of slide them in, and then they'll be like semi-protected in the pocket. And yeah, I mean, it would be better if the pocket was the other way, and I guess I could cut it down, but that is like good. And then I still have like a bunch of these so I can use them in another setup, etc. I love sticky notes. I mean, I use them all the time, but like I also have like a million of them. So anyway, I think that looks really pretty like that. Okay, so now that is actually everything. Okay, so now I'm ready to do my final flip through. I will try and keep this brief because I feel like I've been talking forever. So this is my pocket size Foxy Fix pink peppercorn sprays that I went overview at the beginning of the video. I have a Fur and You flower on the front, and dangling out the bottom is a Studio Signet bookmark charm thing, and then as well I do have a white pen gems with gold on, so gold on the outside, and then the inside I did all rose gold setup. So here is my front view with, you know, various papers and die cuts from Happie Scrappie, and as well a bow from Simply Gilded that I turned into like a sort of bookmark thing, and a little Simply Gilded washi card as well. Behind this piece of paper, I have my vellum folder that I made myself. These are great for storing like receipts or stickers or whatever you want to put in there. And then my front view with the lovely coffee die cut that was a printable from Happie Scrappie on Happie Scrappie paper, and as well on the back side of that is the back side of that paper, and I have an adhesive pocket. This is great for storing, like shoving receipts or whatever, you know, while you're on the go. This is actually my wallet. It's empty right now, but this I just grabbed on Amazon, and I did a vinyl on that pocket, and then on the back of that dashboard I just sort of have some like cutouts. This is from Hello Petite paper, and the rest of the stuff is Happie Scrappie, and then as well some paper from Michael's with another Happie Scrappie die cut. So then this is the insert that I covered in vellum that I laminated because I didn't have any acetate that I liked that went with this, so I just laminated this vellum, and it actually has like a really nice feel to it. I'm definitely going to do that again. And this is my monthly insert from 1407 Planners. I have a page mark and a little clip here that I made myself, all of which if you watch this whole video, you saw. So then on this, I do have a DIY pen loop again that I made myself, and that is holding my pen gems. And then onto my last dash insert here with some of the more of that Michael's paper, Happie Scrappie paper, and a die cut from Scribble Prints Co. And as well with the back of that Happie Scrappie paper, and some sticky notes from Simply Gilded washi, and I just stuck a couple in there so that it stays like fairly slim, since this is super chunky from the wallet. Then this was the insert that came in the Simply Gilded April box, and I have another little white bow that I made myself. This one is on a teardrop paper clip, and this one is my favorite one that I made for this setup, and on the back it just says Wish Dream Do. I think that is like the cutest insert. Anyway, on the back of that dashboard, this was a printable dashboard from Two Little Bees that I just cut down to be pocket size, and this is a journaling card that I also cut down from Simply Gilded. So then in my back pocket here, I have another bookmark from Two Little Bees. This matches the Live Simply kit, a little printable die cut from Happie Scrappie, another smaller vellum folder, a washi card from Simply Gilded that I made and put a little bow marker at the top, and that is a Simply Gilded bow sticker, as well from like the newest new releases, and a little vellum, another vellum folder. This one's like a little bit smaller, and it opens a bit more at the top, so that's super cute. And then I just have a little bit more of that Michaels paper back there, and as well a die cut from the 1407 planners. Okay, so that is everything for this video. Thanks for sticking with me if you watched the whole thing. I know it was super long. Let me know in the comments down below if you prefer just the flip through videos, or if you like the full setups better, or if I should split them up. Just let me know what you think. I had a lot of fun doing this. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely check me out on Instagram at mycraftyplans. Bye!